Alright guys, it is Friday the 26th of November 2021 and you're watching KopTalk.tv in association with footballclubshares.com, where you can buy real shares in real football clubs and you don't have to be minted to do so. You can be a peasant like me, that's right. And yeah, you only need like 15, 20 quid to buy shares in Juventus or something like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean as financial advice. I buy shares in these clubs because I like to have an interest in certain leagues in the world. And it's just a bit of fun, really. But it's very easy and it can be done online, securely and in minutes. It's fuck all to do with me. But, you know, the information's on footballclubshares.com, which is my website. It's like a little hobby thing, but I ain't updated it for months, but that don't matter. Go and have a look. Anyway, I sounded like, did I sound a bit like Zippy then from River? I'm sure I did that in another video this week. Fuck's going on? Right, I've just done a video about Julian Alvarez. Some information that came in about us scouting him overnight. I would suggest you go and watch that video. I can't say too much about this. What I want you to keep an eye on. There's two agencies, football agencies, if you like, that represent people. D20, D20, and Gestifute, okay? And if you go and look at their clients, Gestifute we've spoke about many times over the years on here. And if you go and look at the clients of these agencies, you'll see that there are at least, I think there's at least a couple of players on there that we've been linked with, and I just want you to listen out for anything to do with those two agencies. That's all I'm going to say to you. And I think there's a video on here actually that I did earlier in the week about that. I can't remember. What else was I going to say to you? Oh, and they also, you know, there's Liverpool players are involved. There's good relationships with Liverpool Football Club and Gestifute. D20, the agency, it kind of worked very closely with Gestifute, and I think that you should, you know, listen, this is for people that are like me, that like to have a good fucking nosy at stuff. I think you should just listen out for stuff to do with them. If anything comes up with Liverpool and you hear the Gestifute agency mentioned or D20, just think back and just think, hey, Chubb's told us about that. That's what I'm going to say to you. And look, I'm not giving any like, you know, oh, I know this. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing with you. I'm just giving you some advice, right? I don't know. I'm not a Twitter ITK, guys. I'm sorry. What else was I going to tell you? You can drop comments underneath the video. That's a good way of you guys to share information. Jared Bowen as well. Oh, the other thing, Gestifute is headed by the agent George is it Mendes or Mendes? Yeah, Mendes. Yeah, that's why I meant that's it. Yeah, Jeffrey, George. Yes, George Mendes, I think his name is. You'll have heard him many times before. He's a super agent. All right, just keep an eye on what he's up to, because I think there's stuff going on with Liverpool and that lot, and I don't think it's to do with contract renewals or extensions. Okay, Jared Bowen is a player that I want you to listen out for. I know that we have. Now let me see. I need to see this. Jared Bowen is a player that Jurgen Klopp likes and has time for. Right. So I did a video the other day on Jared Bowen. That's correct. Now there was a comment on there. I need to find this comment. All right. Yes. So I did a video on here the other day about Liverpool's interest in Jared Bowen. Okay, I remember that now. And that was in relation to some comments made by Danny Murphy, I think, and maybe Steve Manaman. I can't remember. And, you know, basically I was saying that Liverpool, or, you know, in my opinion, are interested in this player and you should keep an eye on stuff to do with him. We've heard a little bit more chatter since then, in the last week. Again, overnight, really, I'll be honest with you, suggesting that Liverpool are interested in him. Now, I haven't looked at today's if there's any reports about him, any recent reports. It's really strange because over here in Spain you're not allowed to access Google News, or there's something about Google News to do with publishers, and the results I get in over here are completely different to what you say in England. But I do think I've got the... Sometimes stuff comes up on Google News in Spain and you click on it and it says prohibited. They haven't got a clue what they're doing. But I can use a VPN and stuff, and I think this is the UK side of things. That might be worth you guys considering as well if you're in the US or other countries to, if you've got access to a VPN, maybe try and connect to a UK IP address when you search on Google, because there's definitely different rules and stuff as to what you can see based on your location. And if you wonder why I did that, then I thought the first version of location sounded like I had a feather up my eye. I talk some fucking shit sometimes. You obviously want to see Google News UK, I think, when you're researching on Liverpool things. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, right. If you need a VPN, I can help you with that. Just mention in the comments. We have a great deal with Surfshark. I'm not trying to flog anything to you. It makes no difference. I think the deal might have run out anyway. I don't know. But if you need help with that, it's the cheapest one out there. Or just Google Surfshark yourself. But I do have a voucher that gives you probably about 66% off or something like that. But that's not why I'm telling you before you start. Yeah, that's right. Oh, can't be arsed, honestly. What was I fucking talking about? Jared Bowen. Yeah. Liverpool apparently are really interested in this kid. That's right. I went to Google. That's why we're talking about Google News. And I was looking to see if there's anything in the papers today about him, but I don't think so. There's something here. Let's have a look at this one. Because this is only 20 hours ago. The rest of them are days and weeks ago. Yes. Yeah, 1 week ago, Steve McManaman makes Jared Bowen to Liverpool transfer claim. Mentioned it in the last video, as did Danny Murphy makes Jared Bowen claim about Liverpool as well. And there was one comment that I wanted to address, actually. If you watched the last video by Spectre. How are you doing, Spectre? How's the aliens? You all right, mate? Yeah, Spectre, he's a good lad. He's a regular viewer, and he said, you'd have to watch the previous video to understand this. In the comments, he said, why would anyone, especially a Liverpool fan, click a link on what Danny Murphy got to say, to see what Danny Murphy's got to say, let alone Michael Owen's opinions on some nobody website or something. Well, you see, the thing is, Spectre, what happens is when these clickbaity headlines come out, it doesn't always tell you who the Liverpool person or related person is saying it. Does that make sense? So that you might click on something that teases you in, and then you get there and you go, oh, it's fucking Danny Murphy for fucking... Do you know what I mean? So people out of interest, I think curiosity, do click on a lot of these things. And also, the actual headline that you might see on a Facebook post or a Twitter post, and it might have a headline, and a picture or whatever. It might say such, former Red makes Jared Bowen claim. You're probably going to click on it. I think most people do. But then when you click on it and you go to the website, a different headline can appear. It might have his name then, who the former Red was. So they will try and manipulate you with the headline and etc. Don't get me wrong, sometimes on a KopTalk one, sometimes I play with you guys a little bit. It doesn't make any difference to revenue, I can assure you. Certainly doesn't, as far as I'm concerned, with me. But if you've got millions and billions of visitors like Reach PLC with all the websites in the UK, trust me, it makes a big deal to them. But not so much the click-through, like generating revenue on adverts. That's why I'm saying KopTalk doesn't benefit from that. But if you've got people employed for you going out and finding advertisers, which I obviously don't because I'm just a peasant, then they can go out and say we've got this much traffic. They sell the amount of people that visit. Does that make sense? Don't want to get too technical on fucking advertising. But yeah, so you make a good point. Why does anyone care what they've got to say? But the thing is that the readers or the supporters are often don't know who that person is before they click through. And yes, it might originate from a shitty website, like you say, but you might not know where that is coming from until you've clicked through already. Do you get my point, brother? I'm sure you do. I hope you're okay. I haven't spoke to you for a while. So, Jared Bowen, yeah. So what are we talking about? This video, I want you to keep an eye on D20. Do a bit of digging on D20, sports agency. Gestifute, I'm sure you all know who that is anyway. George Mendes, look out for him. See what he's up to. You look at the clients, you'll see names like Raphinha crop up in there. Just don't jump to conclusions. I mean, look, you know, I think there's a couple of clients in there that you need to pay attention to, and Raphinha would be one of them. Absolutely. I think there's a real possibility of something happening on that front. But it all depends on how, how ambitious our owners are. Now, if I remember rightly, on KopTalk.com, www.KopTalk.com, I'm sure I did an article on there the other day. Yes, here we go. Let's have a look. Raphinha responds to Liverpool transfer speculation. This was posted yesterday. Fuck, my memory. My memory's terrible. Did I only do that yesterday? I am getting old. I could have swore I was... I knew it was recent, but not yesterday. Okay, sorry. Leeds United ace Raphinha has responded to speculation that Liverpool are keeping a close eye on his performances at Ellen Road. Let's cut out all the guff. He was asked by BBC Radio Leeds if he thinks he can achieve everything he wants to at Ellen Road, and basically said without a doubt he's happy at Leeds, he's not looking for a move, blah, 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 talking the club up. And he pays a lot of, appreciation, respect to the manager. However, basically saying, I'm happy here, I like the manager. Yeah. And but the manager, Leeds United manager, is yet to agree an extension. I think he agreed a 1-year extension last year, and which is due to run out this summer, I think, and he's not done it yet. And the suggestions that Leeds United are drawing up replacements. So what I'm trying to say is, if the manager changes at Ellen Road, maybe his mindset might change at Ellen Road. You need to watch that one. The transfer fee, though, 60 million mark. I don't know. But Liverpool looking for reinforcements, I think, for 2022. Definitely got to consider him. We know the boss likes him. I'm not sure all of you guys are convinced by him. If you're a Leeds United fan, you are, but maybe they have different standards to what we're used to. And I'm not dissing Leeds, because I love Leeds United, and I love, I've got family support Leeds. Fabinho once, when was that? Memory again. Last month, once. Thought it was going to sound like years ago. Fabinho last month said he would like to have seen his international teammate at Liverpool this season. He thought that he might have come in the summer. All right. You don't rule him out, is what I'm saying. Keep an eye on him. And I can't remember. I think he's represented by Gestifute. He's not. Is he Gestifute or is he D20? Maybe he's I'm gonna have to fucking look now. Oh, fuck's sake, D20. Let's see. I don't know. I'm glad it's Friday because I'm off to pub soon. D20. I thought that was a fucking rap fucking group or something. D20 Sports. Let's have a look. Clients. Is he with them? They're basically the same fucking thing anyway, right? Here we go. Bro, right. So I don't know. Maybe you need to Google Raphinha and D20. I have to do it my fucking self now. I wanted to record a podcast today as well. I'm getting stressed out now. Right, Raphinha is listed on D20 Sports. Just a few. Let's see what the fuck is it? Sorry, the pages. I forgot you were still there. Just a few. Let's have a look on here. We've got Fabinho on there. Yes. We have Jota on there. Yes. The one I want you guys as well to give some consideration to Pedro Neto. Okay. Now, he's out injured at the moment. He's due back soon, I think. Renato Sanches is on there as well. That's worth pointing out. He's a player that's continually linked with Liverpool as well, but I'm not going down the road with that one. All right. Listen, if you go on, there's a website called Transfer Market, if you like, but there's no E in it under where in market. So it's transfer markt.com. Brilliant website. Okay, and if you go on there, fucking what? Sorry, I put some cream on my face earlier. You know, I'm getting old, guys. I know it's not making any difference, but I've got to try. Transfermarket.com. It's a really good website, and if you search for Gestifute on there, you'll find the information. I want you the list of clients, or you can go to gestifute.com. There you go. You see, I've done 2 videos today, and I don't think I've put them together very well. I don't know why that is, but you guys, my long-term viewers know what I'm like. Right, that's it. I would like to get a podcast out today, KopTalk podcast. If you have Spotify, if you have any podcast app, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, anywhere, search KopTalk and you'll find the podcast on there, okay? I'd like to go and do that now, to be honest, but I'm running out of time. What was the other thing? Yeah, that was it. That'll do. All right. Listen. A little shout out to those of you that support my YouTube channel, that have become members, and especially those of you that are very loyal to me. You know that you stay with me. You don't start moaning if I don't put a video out or something. You're great people. I love you to bits, and I'm very, very, very appreciative for the support you give me. Okay. And if you want to become one of those people, join the squad. You can read the info in the video description below. Soon be Christmas, guys. Soon be Christmas. I feel like I could sit and talk to you all day. Actually, I did a Dunk Knows Best podcast earlier today as well. That was over an hour long. So if you want more me talking shite, go and listen to that. Right, I'm going to go. I welcome your feedback about any of the names I've mentioned in this video. And I can't even remember which ones I've mentioned myself now. Yeah, I'm not with it today. All right, I'll be with it later though, because I'm off for a few vodkas and Diet Cokes. You know what I'm saying? Now you know I drink Magners, but I can't drink Magners. I've got to stay on the low carb stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be pissed tonight. All right. I'll speak to you, but at least I'm honest. Maybe I'll come back and do a video later. Yeah. All right, guys. Listen. Have a great weekend. Let's hope we get the result over the weekend that we want. And I'll try and chime in with you, next week. I'd like to get some more videos. I just think that it's been very, very quiet recently. I know what you guys, I see what you're talking about. There's news every day. I know, but I don't patronise people with news. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I think that I would rather stick to things that I believe in, or even if I don't believe in them, I think that you need to know about, and you can draw your own conclusions, because there's many a times when I'll say something and you guys will point something out and I'll go, ooh, good point. All right, guys, take care. I'll speak to you real soon.